snap the Rays' losing streak. Tonight, James Shields looks to snap a streak of his own and help Joe Madden notch another W for the Rays. The Rays and Yankees battle it out next on Sun Sports. Tonight, the battle inside the American League East continues with Game 2 of this three-game series between the Yankees and the Rays. Coming out of last night's action, when the Rays put together a 4-3 comeback victory, the Yankees have a 6-game lead on Baltimore, 6.5 in front of the Rays and Boston, tied for third. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Stats. So good to have you looking in. Todd Callis will be along in just a few moments as the Rays and the Yankees move into Game 2 of this series. And Robinson Cano right smack dab in the middle of this Yankee lineup. They are the most powerful lineup. They lead the major leagues in home runs. Cano, coming off an American League Player of the Year, Player of the Week honor last year, might very well be Player of the Year. That's only where his danger meter begins, though. He has been tough through the years against Rays pitching.
Absolutely, but the one good thing for the Rays, they kept him in the yard last night. So what that means is he's only homered in 9 of his last 15 games, and you see what he's done against the Rays. 15 out of 38 on the season, that .395 average. He has tremendous plate coverage and very quick hands, so he lets that ball get deep. He'll go the other way with power. We've seen him be very aggressive. He knows what he wants, and he goes after it right away. He gets a pitch in the zone. He's going to let it fly early. If he has to work in at bat, he's able to do that very, very well. You're going to have to control him as well as a few other guys in that lineup to have success tonight.
And the challenge faces James Shields, who got off to a great start, 5-0 in the last 10 games. He's gone 2-5, and the Rays are hoping that Shields will live up to his self-styled cognomen, Big Game James.
Well, and they're going to have to get that from James Shields. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When James Shields is going good, he is cold-blooded out on the mound. I mean, he doesn't toy around with you. He goes out, he gets ahead of you, he puts you away, he moves on to the next guy. And he's going to have to do that tonight, I think. Early, he's going to have to set the tone and really be aggressive with this Yankee lineup. And by the way, if he's able to go out and do that with all those pitches that he's able to feature, you will see his efficiency improve, and hopefully he can get deep into tonight's game.
This time next week, the All-Star game will be the center of attention in the major leagues. Plenty of All-Stars on display here in this series, the Rays taking on the New York Yankees. We'll be back with more from the Trop in a moment. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for great deals on the amazing lineup of Toyota vehicles. Toyota, moving forward. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Tires Plus, the plus is in everything we do. And by Nissan, get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. Rays and the Yankees just moments away. Right now, let's go to the field and Todd Callis.
Thanks, Dwayne. Evan Longoria brought out the lineup card last night for the Rays, resulting in a 4-3 victory. So Joe Madden, of course, hands in the lineup card again for tonight. There he is, meeting with the umpires, going over a little ground rules, although that usually happens on the first series of the year. But you never know. Longo just trying to get back and get healthy for the Rays, as the Rays will take on the New York Yankees tonight, the second game of this 3-game series. 1 week from tonight will be the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in Kansas City. You won't want to miss any of the action. The biggest event of the summer, baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the All-Star Game Tuesday, July 10th at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on Fox. Leads us to our Auto-A text poll question of the night. Do you think that the All-Star Game should decide home field advantage in the World Series? That was changed a few years ago to try and spice things up. And if you think yes, TB1. If you think no, TB2. Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. We have a minute and 36 seconds. We're close to the first pitch between the Rays and the Yankees. We'll have all the action right around the corner on Sun Sports.
All set to play ball tonight at Tropicana Field. The Rays against the Yankees. Derek Jeter is going to lead it off. 38-year-old shortstop steps in there, and the first pitch of this game swung on and drilled toward left center field. That's going to be in for extra bases. Jennings retrieves the ball on the carom off the wall, and Jeter, who started the game last night when he hit a 1-0 pitch into the gap in right center, hits the first pitch of the game tonight into left center field for a double.
Every once in a while, Derek Jeter, when he knows a pitcher very well, he will get aggressive on that first pitch and look to pull with power. And this is what he does right here. Attacking James Shields, a long history against him. One pitch, and he rockets that ball out. Already a runner in scoring position.
That first pitch presented by Pinch-A-Penny. So a man at second base, and here is Curtis Granderson. So just like that, as we saw last night, the Yankees have a scoring threat. And the pitch is in there. Strike call for Shields against the Yankees. The story has been one of mixed results, a mixed bag for sure for Shields against this team. And the pitch is down 1-1. He's 5-13 overall with a .455 earned run average, but in his last 6 starts here at the Trop against the Yankees, he's 3-1 with an earned run average of a little over 2.5. So things have been much better in recent times for Shields against New York here at home. Pitch foul right back into the screen. 1-2.
Well, here are the season numbers on Shields. 7-5 ERA, just poking over 4. 104 2/3 innings already.
Anderson, the number 2 hitter with Shields' delivery, and he just misses low. 2-2. On deck, Alex Rodriguez hitting third. The double for Jeter, his 15th of the year. And a hot shot off the glove of Pena up the right field line beyond the bullpen. Jeter's going to score. Granderson's on his way to second, and he's in there. And the Yankees on back-to-back doubles take a 1-0 lead. Pena came very close to catching that hot shot line drive, but just off his mitt.
Well, that tells you how hard that ball was hit. That was a cutter that Shields threw, and it gets lined, and Carlos goes up, and that ball just off the tip of the glove. A little bit too much speed and height, and the Yankees with an early lead.
48th run batted in for Granderson. That's his 10th 2-base hit. And now the number 3 hitter, Alex Rodriguez. Now the fastball is in for a called strike. Robinson Cano will be next. Never gets any easier the deeper you get down toward the middle of this New York lineup. 1-1.
Well, and this is one of those outings too where, you know, Shields has pitched against the Yankees so many times, and this particular group, that he really comes down to execution. He can have great stuff all night, but he's got to be able to spot it where he wants it.
And a foul ball. Pitch up, and he fouled it back. 1-2.
Got tied up a little bit with a front door cutter. Shields starts that pitch in off the plate against Rodriguez, trying to break it back to the inside corner, and not a very aggressive swing by Alex.
And strike call. Rodriguez caught looking. Sam Holbrook on the call.
Well, that was the front door cutter for strike 3. He throws this pitch. He starts it, watches in off the plate, then watch the little cut action. Just enough, and gets a little help there from Jose Molina with that glove pulling that ball back in, and he gets the call.
There's no sudden jerk on the reception by Molina. Just a natural movement of receiving that ball and then holding it where it finally came to rest.
And he gives that appearance of that glove, so, you know, a good portion of that glove out over the white of the plate.
Now the pitch to Robinson Cano is a strike.
You have to have very soft hands and strong wrists to be able to do that, especially when you go out and you try to get those pitches that are working their way down in the zone, and you have to go out with a stiff wrist and kind of almost cup underneath the ball with your thumb and keep it right there to try to get the call. Definitely a skill.
Cano, a lifetime .415 average against Shields. In fact, the combination of Cano, Jeter, and Rodriguez hitting .333 lifetime off the Rays right-hander, and Cano leading the charge among those three hitters. Rodriguez caught looking. Molina and Shields going to get together here with Granderson out at second and Cano the hitter. Nick Swisher follows, then Raul Ibanez. Eric Chavez at first, hitting seventh in front of the catcher Russell Martin. Dwayne Wise in left field. He hits ninth. Quick cut, a foul ball down the left side by Cano. That advances the count to 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch is down. Pulled out of there by Molina.
Yeah, and very fortunate to come up with that ball cleanly, because I think that ball skipped right off the plate. And if Molina, if that ball doesn't end up in his glove, then Granderson's got a great opportunity. As you see that ball skip right there. Granderson moves up to third. Now you've got him at third with less than 2. Very fortunate.
A run is scored on the double by Jeter and a 2-base hit by Granderson. 1 out. 1-2 the count to Robinson Cano. A long look in. Cano stepping back.
Well, and you've got Curtis Granderson that's been out there at second base for a number of pitches now. You want to make sure that those signs are changing so he can't pick anything up and relay it.
And a liner skipping by Pena into right field. Granderson's being waved around, and Zobrist hesitated in right field. Zobrist hesitated.
Curtis Granderson off the bat froze out there at second base, not knowing if that was going to be a ball that was caught by Carlos Pena. So he was starting from being flat-footed on this ball that was sharply hit by Robinson Cano. And I think Ben Zobrist had a play. See, right there, Granderson is held up. As Ben Zobrist comes up with this ball, Granderson is just getting to third, but yet no attempt to even try to throw that ball home.
The Yankees score another run. It's 2-0 with Cano at first. Swisher takes the pitch down, a ball and no strikes. But there was a moment of indecision there, without question, on that ball sharply hit by Cano.
Well, and the only reason that there could have even been a play was the freeze by Granderson. After he took his secondary lead, he froze and was leaning back towards second as that ball was getting through the infield. So he had to start from scratch and had a long way to go to get to third.
Tap, foul out in front, change up. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. A couple of shots into right field, the double by Granderson. And that ball hit by Cano, sharply struck. Two runs, 3 hits. Nick Swisher hits a fly ball to center. B.J. Upton with plenty of room makes the catch, and now Cano has rounded second on his way to third. Stops, and the Rays are going to double him up. Cano lost track of the outs. And so that turns out to be a double play. Cano took off, was halfway between second and third. The Yankees settle for two. The Rays coming in to hit. In the top half of the inning, as they did last night. Switcher hit the fly ball to center, and that resulted in the double play when Cano lost track of the outs. Rays will have Desmond Jennings leading off, followed by Carlos Pena and B.J. Upton. Jeff Keppinger hitting cleanup in front of Ben Zobrist, and then the DH Luke Scott. Jose Molina catching. Sean Rodriguez hits eighth, and the shortstop is Elliott Johnson batting ninth.
Now taking the mound tonight for the New York Yankees, right-hander Ivan Nova. Let's take a look at the scouting report on him, brought to you by Florida Coventry Healthcare of Florida. Ivan the Terrible, 4-0 career against the Rays. Very good numbers, 2-0 this year. Having given up just 3 earned runs in 15 innings of work and filling the void, they're going to need him to continue to pitch well with CC Sabathia and Andy Pettitte sidelined with injuries.
1-0 the count to Desmond Jennings. Pitch is a strike. CC Sabathia with the groin injury on the DL. Oh, Jennings hit by that pitch. That pitch up and in to Desmond, and he apparently is all right. Boy, that was a little scary. The general location of the pitch up and in.
You get nervous anytime a ball's up near a hitter's head. And this one right rolling away from it gets him right in the back of the left shoulder. Well, you can see how close that came.
It's the 6th batter Nova has hit this year, and the Rays have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the first. Now Carlos Pena. There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike, and the throw not in time. A stolen base. Desmond Jennings stealing number 14 in 15 attempts.
Well, that was Desmond Jennings saying, take that. Only 2 stolen bases given up by Nova this year, and Desmond wastes no time.
You know, last year there were 10 steals against Nova, but 8 caught stealing. And Jennings steals his way into scoring position. Strike the count to Pena. Pitch is away. A curveball out there, and it's 1-1, and he had Nova looking back at Jennings that time.
Oh, the good base stealers will tell you a lot of times stealing third is easier than stealing second. And after you get hit like that, if you go on the first to second, a lot of times those guys will say, you know what, I'm taking third too, and I'm not going to waste any time.
A cut and a miss on a breaking ball. That is 1-2.
And you see where Alex Rodriguez is in relation to third base. I would venture this guess, though. Steal second and give your offense a chance here to drive you in. No reason to try to get really greedy and go to third and get potentially thrown out here with nobody out. Already in scoring position.
And that pitch is low. 2-2. Nova 9-2 on the year. Coming off a no decision at home against the White Sox. No decision the time before that on the road against the Mets. In his last 16 starts on the road, he is 12-0. And you're waiting for the 2-2. And he got just a little piece of that one. A number of breaking pitches here from Nova early. Carlos Pena, 1 out of 9 against Nova. That hit a home run. He bounces it foul, holding the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rays have never beaten Nova. He's 4-0 against them in 6 career starts. And his earned run average is .282 against Rays hitting. Two again, and again a breaking ball is bounced foul. Russell Martin talks it over with Nova out there.
On tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Well, the Rays trying to answer the Yankees here in the bottom of the first. New York put 2 up in the top half of the inning. Pena is out on strikes.
Well, he was able to get Carlos Pena into swing mode and then throw him a nasty breaker here. Carlos swung where that pitch started, and it just darts underneath the bat. You know, when you get a swing like that off of a hitter, and Carlos Pena is one of those guys that not often does he chase below the zone. That goes to show you how tight the spin is on Nova's breaking balls. Curveball and the slider.
B.J. Upton. B.J. takes a fastball to open the sequence of pitches. B.J. had 2 hits last night, including his 6th home run of the year. Jennings aboard at second. And the chopper headed to short. Jeter will take the throw to first. Upton is out. Jennings advances to third.
Now let's take a quick look at the Yankee defense as it lines up tonight in the outfield, left to right. Dwayne Wise, Curtis Granderson, and Nick Swisher across the infield, third to first. Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Robinson Cano, and Eric Chavez. Russell Martin will be behind the plate. Tonight's Yankee defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
here's Jeff Keppinger. This pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one.
Well, that's that tight slider that is featured by Nova. It's not a huge pitch. I should say a huge break. It is a huge pitch. It's good velocity on it.
And that's a strike.
And how about that? You can listen to that fastball right at that velocity, right to the outside corner. You got some things to work with. We saw that curveball that got Carlos Pena. It was 82.
The count square. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jennings hit by a pitch, stole second, moved to third on the ground ball on the second out of the inning. We're going to go to 3-2 on Keppinger. Ben Zobrist would be next.
Ben Zobrist getting that average back up to 253. I mean, it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. It was at 199. And he has gone to work in a big way. Love to get him to the plate here.
3-2 and a chopper by the mound. Cano with the bag at second, makes the throw to first to Chavez to retire the side. Rays leave a man through 1. They're down 2-0.
With an early 2-0 lead. Let's go back to that base hit. Robinson Cano with Granderson on second. Nice split screen here. You watch as that ball goes through. Granderson actually heads back towards second. And as this ball goes into Ben Zobrist's glove, look where Granderson is. Still a full 2 steps from third base, actually 2.5. But I think Ben was just assuming that he was going to be well on his way and did not come up ready to throw there. Now, to his in his defense, it was deep out there in right field, but you saw that Granderson still had some ground to cover before even getting to third.
Well, the first pitch to Raul Ibanez here in the second inning is a ball. 1-0. Ibanez, Chavez, and Martin. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. That's Sean Rodriguez. And Ibanez is out of there, 4-3.
Let's take a look at our defense tonight for the Rays. In the outfield, left to right, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Ben Zobrist. Across the infield, third to first, Jeff Kebinger, Elliot Johnson, Sean Rodriguez, and Carlos Pena. Jose Molina will be behind the plate. Tonight's Ray defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
Eric Chavez playing first base tonight, and he takes the first pitch, a fastball, and for a strike. Pops it up, third base side. Keppinger's after it, but he'll run out of room, and the count advances to 0-2. Just missed there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouling off the changeup.
We've seen that pitch twice from Shields here to Chavez, and both that reach swing. Backside goes one way, bat goes the other.
And a cut and a miss. Well, threw a couple of those changeups and then came in with a fastball that had a little cut action on it.
Yeah, little backdoor cutter there to retire him. See, that ball cuts just a little bit, not a lot, but it's certainly not tailing away.
Ground out, a strikeout. There's Russell Martin. Martin fouls it back. Martin's had a little bit of a back issue recently. Right now, he's nothing of his last 19 and 4 for 46. 1 ball and 1 strike. And when you watch a catcher, a major league catcher back there, it's a wonder that they can get any hits at all. The kind of battering they take from behind the plate, the position itself challenging enough, and then to take those foul balls off seemingly every part of your body, and a little back issue. You can see how a guy might be 4 for 46.
You know how the basketball coaches used to tell you can rest on offense? But this is their rest.
Yeah.
Going up to hit. This is their downtime.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's a tough spot, tough position. We've seen the battering that Molina has taken, it seems, this year more than the normal. Ground ball headed to short, deep short. Johnson makes the throw to first. Martin is out of there. 1, 2, 3, and we head into the Rays half of inning 2, 2-0 New York. game is presented in high definition, brought to you by H.H. Gregg.
Rock and roll. Yes. If I could, I would. Look at that, Dwayne. That would be me with hair. That's like a combo of me with hair and you with the stash. There we go. Thank goodness I don't have that ability.
Yeah, that's very interesting right there. Just the combination is what you're saying.
He's got sleeves on the shirt, though, so.
Ben Zobrist taking the pitch down. 1 ball and no strike. Some people have a difficult time taking the 2 of us together individually. I'm not sure it'd work any other way. There's the strike. The count is 1-1. I was watching the little guy. He was really rocking out.
I couldn't, with Sammy Hagar, I couldn't stop staring.
Zobrist on the ground. Cano with the pickup and the throw to Chavez at first. So that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Drive by Tropicana Field Friday the 13th on July 13th when the Rays battle the Red Sox and see Grammy Award winner Train in a free post-game concert. They'll perform all their hits like Hey Soul Sister, Drops of Jupiter, and Drive By. For tickets, visit RaysBaseball.com. Luke Scott. Pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. A couple other dates have been added, so be on the lookout for
You're not going to follow up with anything right there?
2-0.
I mean, that's the ultimate teaser.
We're going to find out.
Okay.
A couple more coming. Yeah. So
okay.
It's going to continue to be just a summer festival, a summer Rays fest here. Scott takes the pitch down, and it's a 3-0 count. And a strike. Makes it 3-1. Luke Scott out early for hitting today. Sean Rodriguez, Desmond Jennings. All doing some extra work today. And Scott shoots it foul down in front.
Nice.
Hendrick, and how about that job down there with a little tip of the cap right there?
Okay, then that right there deserves something to be put on the back of that jersey. After a play like that, you can't be, hey, just got it from the, team store guy.
Yeah, if you could grass stain on your knees on this turf, that would have done it.
It's something. I mean, a BB, a 99.
3-2 is skied toward right center field. Granderson and Swisher keeping tabs on that one, makes the catch.
That ball was very close to leaving this yard, and I'm not talking about distance from the fence, but Luke Scott hit that ball hard but just got way underneath it. I think that was a pitch that he feels like he should have lost.
He's been working on the technical side of his swing, the mechanics, and trying to hone that swing down. That's a foul ball off the bat of Molina. And his point is body memory, so that you really react instead of think. And Joe Madden was talking about that. About sometimes you hear about guys overthinking. Maybe you get too much into the mechanical side.
I could not agree more. This is a game for dummies. Let's be honest. The less thinking you do, the better off you are. If it's all about reacting, muscle memory, instincts, and You're absolutely right. When you get into the point where you don't think at all, you stand up there, you see the pitch, you recognize it, and your hands explode, that's when you get your results.
There's a strike. 1-2.
I might have been a little bit aggressive on dummies, but I was trying to illustrate a point.
I know.
I may be getting a phone call.
Hyperbole. A swing and a miss. The bat goes to shortstop. Martin gets the tag on Molina. He's out on strikes. So it's a 1-2-3 second, and it's 2-0 New York.
Third inning, it is ALS Awareness Night here at Tropicana Field. We have Alyssa Gutierrez with us as she is with ALS. Tell us a little bit about ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Well, it's been more than 70 years since Lou Gehrig lost his life to this disease, and still there's no known cause, treatment, or cure. So,
Dwayne Wise hits one deep to right field, and that ball is going to get out for a home run. So the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. So, Alyssa, what were you saying about ALS? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been 70 years since Lou Gehrig lost his life,
right,
and still we don't know what causes ALS. There's no treatment and there's no cure. But nights like this help us bring awareness and build interest, and hopefully, we'll get closer and closer to finding the cure eventually.
We appreciate your time. We do see all this information about ALS, including going to www.alsafl.org. Thank you very much. And a very interesting story here. Matt and Jackie June join us as Derek Jeter bats. 1 year ago, Matt, exactly 1 year ago, you proposed to Jackie right here at Tropicana Field?
Sure did, on the Jumbotron.
And tell us about what you've been up to since then.
Well, we got married on New Year's Eve, and been doing a little skydiving.
Skydiving?
Absolutely, I love to skydive. And just everything I can to raise awareness for ALS.
So ALS Awareness Night, obviously, and being at Tropicana Field, bringing back great memories for you, too.
Yeah, actually, I was a little nervous walking in, making sure there was no more surprises, but I don't think we could have topped last year. I mean, I'm still floored by the surprise, so.
You guys get married New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And then now that you have a night like tonight, as Jeter fouls one down the line, what are events like ALS Awareness Night at the Rays game here? Why are they so important?
Just the total overall awareness. There's 5,000 people here, 400 of us wearing the red ALS shirts, just to bring awareness to the disease that is severely underfunded. The time is now for a cure. There's been a lot of great breakthroughs and discoveries in the past year. the time is close for treatment.
You can see all the red shirts in the sections in front of us, guys, 133 and 135, as Elliott Johnson fields his grounder and makes the play to retire Jeter for the first out. Final thing, Matt, how can people join the fight to wear these Gehrig 4 shirts to join the fight against ALS?
Like you said, with the website, www.alsafl.org. There's great events. There's walks in Florida in the spring seasons. There's also the Ride to Defeat ALS in November, which is growing every year. A lot of opportunities to raise money for the different treatments and for the ALS centers that see patients like me.
Matt, Jackie, thank you very much.
Thanks, Todd.
Engaged 1 year ago, and all the people here on ALS Awareness Night. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, great report there by Todd, and to know that progress is being made in the last year. We're getting closer and closer to addressing that. Thanks to folks like those people right there to help bring awareness to ALS. Granderson hitting a ground ball back of first, handled by Pena, and that's out number 2 here in the third. Jeter and Granderson retired after the home run by Wise. And now Alex Rodriguez. Shields got Rodriguez on strikes in the first inning. Pitch is a ball, that home run by Wise hit the catwalk on its way out and still made it out over the fence. His third home run of the year. One and one to count. It's the 13th home run given up by Shields. Two balls and a strike. Two. That's the third hit Wise has had in his career off Shields, giving him 3 out of 11, and 2 of those hits have been home runs. And now ball 3. Changeup missed low.
Oh, and Jim Hickey wishing he had that call. That was a close pitch there by Shields. Just missing in.
And a cut to miss. Rodriguez out on strikes to retire the sides. The Yankees add a run. That comes on the home run by Dwayne Wise. It's 3-0 New York.
In a field where the Yankees an early 3-0 lead over the Rays. Well, Saturday, August the 4th, the UFC returns to Fox with 4 massive fights, including knockout artist Shogun Rua taking on Brandon Vera in the biggest fight of his career, plus an epic bout. Don't want to miss this one between former UFC champ Lyoto Machida and rising star Ryan Bader. UFC Fight Night on Fox, sponsored by Bud Light, is live from Los Angeles on Saturday, August the 4th at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Sean Rodriguez stepping in to open the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch to him is low. Rodriguez, Johnson, and Jennings. Rays down by 3 now against the big right-hander Ivan Nova. 1-1. Five-year-old right-hander. Third time the Rays have seen him this year. Good 7 innings against the Rays here at the Trop back in early May. Bouncing ball foul. Count is 2-2. That May outing was in New York on the 8th when the Yankees beat the Rays 5-3. And then he pitched against them again in New York on the 6th of June. 8 innings of 1-run, 4-hit baseball. He strikes out Rodriguez. Second, third strikeout now, 2nd in a row. They got Molina to end the 2nd and Rodriguez to start the bottom of the 3rd.
Nasty slider. Look at this, 87 miles an hour, a little bit of depth, a little bit of side to side, a very hard pitch. And the one thing that Nova has shown over the course of actually 6 starts against the Rays, he's been very, very efficient with his pitches.
And the first pitch to Elliott Johnson is a strike.
You know, the 2 starts this year against the Rays, he's averaged just 13 pitches an inning. Pretty incredible.
And to 3rd, skipping by Rodriguez and into left. Elliott will make the turn, big turn. Wise makes the throw back to 2nd. Rays had their first hit. Their second base runner as Elliott Johnson collects a 1-out single.
Now he goes out and gets a breaking ball out over the plate and is able to shoot this ball right by Alex Rodriguez, who is playing right even with the cut. This ball hard hit, just cannot handle it. I mean, do or die. You stick the glove there and hope that you've read it right with your eyes.
To first. Johnson is back in. Well, Nova was a 16-game winner last year, 16-4. And the continued development of his slider was a big part of his success a year ago. All 3 of his strikeouts tonight have come on the slider. And he misses with it on the first pitch to Jennings, who takes it for a ball. Pitch is high. 2-0. Jennings hit in the left shoulder. His first at bat. Promptly stole 2nd. Goes Elliott Johnson. The pitch is a strike. The throw is high, and Johnson's in with a steal.
Well, if that throws on the money, they may have had him. That was a great attempt there by Cano to go up and get that ball and try to tag Elliott. Good jump there by Elliott. Martin gets rid of the ball quickly, but too high. Sweeps and just a little bit short.
Faded a bit. So both Johnson and Jennings picking up their 14th stolen bases of the year. Desmond now with the 2-1 count. And there's ball 3. Rays are attempting to be aggressive here when they get base runners.
Well, when you see what Nova's been able to do to them, especially this year, you've got to try to create some offense. You've not been able to do it with the bats, so you get some base stealers like Desmond Jennings, like Elliot Johnson out there on the bag. You send them.
And ball 4 inside, missed with a fastball. 2 men on with 1 out. Carlos Pena will be the hitter. Well, with 16 wins last year, 16-4, and 9-2 this year. Here's a guy who has been an important part of their pitching staff, and a guy just 3 or 4 years ago they almost lost in the Rule 5 draft when the Padres took him, and the Yankees got him back. Our Circle K winning percentage. Weaver, who won last night, 9-1, ahead of Nova, 9-2. Sale 9-2 as well. Sale on the mound tonight for the White Sox. Opposed by Roy Oswalt. So Carlos Pena about to step in. Pitch outside to Carlos. Pena lifts a high popper. Short center. Cano out from second base makes the catch. The formality on that high infield pop.
Boy, just a little bit of timing thrown off there. That was a changeup by Nova, and it's a hard changeup. 88 miles an hour on that pitch. And Carlos was just a little bit out in front. That's what led to that pop-up. Very subtle. Just a little bit out in front. Timing a tad off. And I mean a tad off.
Here's BJ. And he shoots it through the hole into left field for a base hit. Johnson's headed to the plate. The throw's going to come all the way through. And Johnson is safe at the plate. Throw appeared to be there. Martin could not maintain possession, and Elliot Johnson scores. The Rays are on the board, and as a result of the play of the plate, Jennings wound up at third with Upton moving into second. So it's an RBI single for Upton, second on the throw.
Well, Dwayne Wise was licking his chops on this. This ball gets out to him quickly, and watch this gun. Good throw here. Russell Martin, a little bit of a short hop, but you see the ball is in the glove, the hand over it. But the contact is able to jar that hand away from the baseball, and the ball trickles out.
So the Rays are on the board, and now 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third with Jeff Keppinger in the batter's box. And he takes a pitch upstairs out of the zone, a high slider. 1-0. So Elliot Johnson scores on that base hit by Upton. Rays continue to push the issue. the strike, and it's 1-1. Boy, they've been aggressive with Jennings in the first, with Johnson stealing second here in the third, and Johnson scoring on that base hit. With 2 outs, he was going to try to score and did. Keppinger takes strike 2.
Well, you forced the defense to make a play. I mean, it looked like, obviously, that as soon as the ball was off the bat, it got out there so quick, you knew that Wise was going to have a chance to get him, but you forced him to have to make an accurate throw. You forced Russell Martin to have to handle it cleanly and apply the tag. All that happened, except during contact, there goes the ball, and there's your run.
And Keppinger just got a little piece of that one to stay alive. As you know, he doesn't strike out often, a very good contact man, and just did make contact with that pitch as it swept away from him. A Tapper foul. Third base side holds the count at 1-2. Ball wide. Big opportunity for the Rays now with 2 outs. They've scored a run with 2 down and have 2 more men in scoring position.
Great speed out at second base.
And a base hit into center field. Jennings will score. Upton crosses the plate, and the Rays tie it with 2 outs here in the third. Base hit by Keppinger, driving in 2. It's a 3-3 ball game.
Now Jeff Keppinger, good contact guy, gonna battle you, gonna try to put the ball in play, give himself a chance. 2 strikes. Look at that. Just stay right behind that ball and just flip it out into center field. That's it. That's 2 runs, and that's a tie ball game.
Larry Rothschild out to talk with Ivan Nova. Rays taking advantage here, the 1-out single and then the walk. A couple of key hits by Upton and Keppinger, and some aggressive base running. Here's Ben Zobrist. And out second to first, his first time. Keppinger back in at first base. Zobrist takes a breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike. Oh, 1 to count. We'll make a scoring change on the ball hit by Upton. Get to that in a moment. 1 ball, 1 strike. Upton gets the base hit. They're going to charge Russell Martin with an error. That will erase the run batted in for Upton. An error charge to Martin, and Wise will get an assist. They'll just give Upton a base hit and the run batted in.
That would make sense. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're at Tropicana Field, right? Okay, just want to make sure.
Home Park the last
I
time
know I
checked.
brought us back into Washington at Tropicana Field. I wonder if I was screwed up again. No, this is the Trop.
Ground ball down to first. It gets away from Chavez. Rolling into right. Keppinger's going to go to third. That will be an error.
Maybe.
So Zobrist reaches on the error charged by Chavez. Keppinger all the way to third. Well, the Rays took advantage of Teixeira's first error of the year last night. Teixeira, the outstanding defensive first baseman, not in the lineup tonight, and Chavez commits the error here.
Just comes up on him. Pulls up a little bit too soon. That ball hits right off the bottom of the glove, and really all you got to do right there is just knock that ball down. Trying to scoop it up a little bit too soon. It 5-holes you, and now the Rays still with another opportunity with first and third now. Joe Girardi not happy at all.
Here's Luke Scott. Pitch down and in. Scott came close to belting one for distance in the second inning. Hit a high fly ball into right field. He's really been working, trying to get himself back in the groove. It's a strike at the knees. 1-1. Scott 1 of 6 coming into this game against Nova. That hit a home run. Over to first. Zobrist back in. Luke, the 8th hitter the Rays have sent to the plate in this frame. Upstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
You're starting to see a little bit of a frustrated pitcher too here with Nova. Thought he was out of this inning a few hitters ago. A lot of pitches this inning. And still not out of the woods.
And a shot to center field. Granderson's going to have the range on it to make the catch. And that retires the side, but the Rays come up with a 3-run third. Upton's base hit to left, and aggressive base running by Johnson accounting for the first one. Keppinger single home the other 2. Run bottom of the third inning as a result of the error charged to Russell Martin. All three of those runs are unearned. Ivan Nova will appreciate that scoring call. And as we go to the fourth inning, middle of the order for New York, Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, and Raul Ibanez to come up here against James Shields. Shields with 3 strikeouts through the front three. He's given up 3 runs and 4 hits. The pitch is pulled foul by Robinson Cano. And more routine glove work there down by the Rays bullpen.
I know this is only the fourth inning, but a big inning for James Shields against this Yankee lineup, coming down through the middle of it once again. Your team haven't just given you 3 runs to get back in this game.
1-1 the count.
Very important for James to go out there aggressive and throw up a 0. Get that offense back in the dugout. An opportunity to try and take a lead.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees got 2 runs in the first inning and another run in the third on the Wise home run. And strike 3 call. Cano caught looking. Strikeout number 4.
Now that was again a backdoor cutter by Shields. The way it's designed to be used. Try to get a strikeout looking, get a hitter to give up on it. That's exactly what happened. And Molina again with some good nifty glove work. Setting that glove right out on the edge, catching it right in the webbing. Very quiet. Received that ball well and gets the call.
Cano had a couple of parting words of dissent for Sam Holbrook after that call third strike. Nick Swisher takes a fastball for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to Swisher. Big cut to change. He was over that one out in front.
Anytime you get a hitter talking to himself, it's a good pitch. Or talking at somebody else. Anytime you get him talking, period.
Yep.
Unless it's at you.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Foul. Shields. That's Swisher on a fly ball caught by Upton in the first inning. That resulted in a double play, an 8-6-3 double play when Cano lost track of the outs and was doubled off first. He was about halfway between second and third. No place to go. 2-2. Swing and a miss. The bat headed toward the home on deck circle, and Swisher out on strikes.
Now, he went out there a couple of times with that curveball on the outer half and got the swing and the miss. You see that spike grip rips down over the top of that. That ball just gone. You get a hitter talking to himself and swinging, the bat coming out of his hands. You've had a pretty good sequence against him.
Well, Ibanez takes the pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. And a high shot deep to center. Upton going back to the track, to the wall. It's going to be off the wall. Jennings will play the carom, and Ibanez rounds second and stops there with a double. His 11th double of the year.
Well, Ibanez put a charge into that ball. His ball elevated out over the plate, showing some big power here. Ibanez gets this ball about a foot or so from getting out of here. And B.J. Upton, I think he thought that may have been gone, and he was going to have to go over the wall for it. Taking that angle there, and that ball just off the yellow. I mean, inches from getting out of here. And if you're Shields, you just take a deep breath and say, I came that close to giving up a home run. Let me regroup, get this hitter out. No harm, no foul.
Eric Chavez takes a pitch down. Chavez struck out his first time.
I mean, this may sound crazy to say, but if you're Shields, you almost get a boost from that hit there by Ibanez. Because when it leaves the bat, you're thinking home run. They just retook the lead 4-3. Then it stays in the park, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. I still have a chance to get out of here without giving anything up.
Tapper foul. And it's now 2-1. It all ends well if he can get Chavez and leave Ibanez stranded. That takes the count to 2-2. Wide, a full count. Ibanez, who is the runner at second base. 1 for 2. Got some stitches in that lower lip. He had a freakish accident in their dugout Sunday. Trying to avoid a foul ball and hit his lip. There's a ground ball into left. Ibanez going to be waved home. Good throw, might get him, but it's up the line. Now throw back to second and safe there. And the Yankees retake the lead. Chavez singles into left. Ibanez scores to make it a 4-3 game, and on the throw through to the plate, Chavez moves into second.
Well, good piece of hitting by Chavez here. You remember those swings earlier on pitches away. He gets one through the hole, and this ball, they had a chance, but way offline. And to make matters worse, Chavez is able to get in behind. Sean Rodriguez had a really nice setup there, forcing him way wide of the bag, but able to get that left hand in there and be out at second safely.
So it's 4-3 New York, and Russell Martin is the hitter. Ball, no strikes. Two and 0. The other thing about Rodriguez at second base, going to block the bag, but he was pretty nonchalant there, as if to try to decoy the runner. Go, well, there's no real play going to be made here. Trying to get the ball and slap a tag on it.
Nothing to see here. Just hanging out. No biggie.
Yeah.
Here you go. No.
Keep just hanging around.
Yeah, at the last second. But boy, look at that slide by Chavez. By him and then stick the left hand out there and then keep it on the bag.
3 is high. 3-1.
Yeah, that was a pretty good deke.
Good deke by Rodriguez and a good slide by Chavez to get in there. Wayne Wise on deck. 3-1 the count to Martin. pops it up. On the infield, Pena coming in from first. He's got it to retire the side. A run, 2 hits, a man left. Bottom of the 4th coming, 4-3 New York. Game of the series between the Rays and the Yankees. Here's our AT&T trivia question tonight. Name the pitcher with the highest winning percentage to his first 50 career starts in the major leagues. Highest winning percentage in his first 50 career starts in the big leagues. Who would that be? Ivan Nova will face Jose Molina to open the bottom of the 4th. Molina, Rodriguez, and Johnson. Well, the Rays scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. The Yankees scored a run with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. On the ball, Ibanez hit. That ball appeared that it might go out. And Upton, I think, as you mentioned at the time, thought that it might go out. He's sort of drifting back on that ball, and that might have gotten him into a little bit of trouble in pursuit of that ball.
I think you're right, and I think that he kind of drifted back there trying to time a jump over the wall to make that catch. And as he goes up, ball stays in.
Here's Molina. The pitch is a strike to him. Molina struck out on the slider his first time. 1-1. The Rays push Nova 29 pitches in the 3rd. 1-1 to Molina. Round into the screen. Right-hander's delivery. It's popped foul up the right side. Chavez after it. Ball is out of his reach. So the double by Ibanez, the single by Chavez. New York retaking the advantage, 4-3. The dirt, 2-2. 5-run 5th for the Angels, and they have a 5-4 lead on Cleveland. Mike Trout hit a home run, his 10th, a 3-run shot. Albert Pujols hit number 13 for the Angels. The Angels We're hitting up a storm now. There's a base hit. Laced right back into center. A fastball. And Molina is aboard. Hit number 4 off Nova. For all the latest updates on your Tampa Bay Rays, log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond to the clubhouse, we'll bring you the in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day, only at TampaBay.com, powered by the Tampa Bay Times. Well, there's Sean Rodriguez. Sean victimized by the slider his first time. And the first pitch, a slider taken wide.
Well, the Rays just continue to apply the pressure. Yankees answer with a run to take that lead back. Jose Molina gets him started out here with a base hit in the bottom of the 4th.
Big cut by Rodriguez. Right-hander Nova came back with a slider again, and Rodriguez laid off the first time but missed that one.
No, he's got a hard slider, tight spin. Sean Rodriguez can plan on seeing plenty of those.
The pitch just missed, not by much. Fastball, 2-1. Looking up, goodbye. He got another fastball and he hits it out. Sean Rodriguez connecting for a 2-run home run, and the Rays take a 5-4 lead. Boy, he got a fastball, took advantage of that mistake.
Now that pitch was right out over the plate, and that pitch, more importantly for the Rays, was destroyed. Boy, look at this thing, just up and out over at the belt. Wow.
So the Rays grab the lead. Here's Elliott Johnson. Here's ball 1. Curveball misses. Chop. Cano backs up, gloves and throws. Johnson is out, number 1.
Well, how about that answer? That didn't take long. Molina up the middle and Sean Rodriguez into the stratosphere.
Well, Sean Rodriguez again out early, taking extra hitting, trying to work his way out of the slump he's battled. He couldn't hit the ball any better than he hit that fastball out of here. And Jennings chops it to short. Jeter's throw. A couple of ground balls after the home run and 2 outs. Let's get the answer to our trivia question. Brought to you by AT&T. Name the pitcher with the highest winning percentage through his first 50 career starts. The answer to that is Roy Oswalt, who went 31-9 with a winning percentage of .795. Now, Nova's win percentage coming into this game is .813. A win or a no decision, and he would go ahead of Oswalt. Right now he's down 5-4. Carlos Pena takes the pitch down. Nova 26-6. Pretty good start to a career. Oswalt again was 31-9. Carlos lifts a fly ball center field. That'll carry to Granderson for the out, but the Rays strike for 2 on one swing of the bat from Sean Rodriguez. His 6th home run of the year, and the Rays now lead 5-4. The Rays have a 5-4 lead by virtue of the 2-run home run by Sean Rodriguez. Time now for the Just For Men Auto Stop Foolproof Stat. The Rays here at the Trop, winning their last 8 against the Yankees and averaging 5.3 runs, and they've out-homered the Yankees in that stretch 14-7. Just as the Rays have been successful in their last 8 games here at home against New York, you can count on Just For Men Auto Stop for foolproof results. Dwayne Wise, who homered in the 3rd, leads off the 5th. The first pitch from Shields is in there. That's a strike. Base hit, a breaking ball up, and Wise singles right back into center. And the Yankees put the leadoff hitter on.
So this is what we have going tonight. A little heavyweight fight. Back and forth.
Derek Jeter. Jeter puts down a bunt, and a good one. Picked up by Shields. Throw to first. He's out. Nice play by Shields off the mound, with Wise moving up to second. Jeter's going to get a sacrifice there.
Yeah, and that's a good play there by Derek Jeter, because you've got that element of surprise. You're going to try to put that bunt down, going for a base hit. Worst case scenario is this right here. You force the pitcher, in this case James Shields, to have to make a tremendous play, and you still move the runner up into scoring position.
And then you've got all these hitters to follow with the guy in scoring position, Granderson and Rodriguez. And you know the story. You don't really have to go any deeper than that. So a man in scoring position with one away. Pitch is down. The Marlins and the Brewers just finished one whale of a game. 10 innings, and the Brewers win it 13-12. Ooh, pretty close there. It's 2-0. A 2-run walk-off home run by Ramirez. Ramirez hit the 2-run walk-off home run off Bell. Heath Bell. High pop-up foul. That's going to be out of play, and the count is 2-1. Miami had scored a run in the 10th inning, and on that walk-off home run by Ramirez, the Brewers win it 13-12 in the bottom of the 10th. Anderson hits it to the right side. Sean Rodriguez with the throw. Over to third goes Wise. He's there with 2 gone.
Well, tonight's game is available in Espanol via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
Now Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez twice has struck out, looking in the first, swinging in the third. White Sox had a big second inning against Texas. Bottom of the second. This pitch outside. We were speaking of Roy Oswalt a moment ago. He's speaking for Texas. Euclid hit a 2-run homer off him. Adam Dunn hit number 25. Rios hit number 11, and it's 4-0 White Sox. 2-0. Ground ball headed to Elliott. Johnson at short. His throw there. Leadoff single, and Wise is stranded. Bottom of the 5th coming, 5-4 Rays. By the new summer barbecue menu at Burger King. Let's have a barbecue today. And by the Florida Department of Transportation. Drive sober or get pulled over. DJ Upton's going to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Rays. Middle game of this series. Ivan Nova's first pitch, and Upton takes the strike. Keppinger next, and then Zobrist. DJ singled in the 3rd. Singled into left and shoots this one foul. Out of play down the left side. And into the landing. And didn't spill a drop. The 0-2. Ground ball to short. Jeter comes up and makes the throw. One away. Don't forget this summer heating up, and the Rays have a 6-pack ticket offered just for you. The Rays Summer Select 6-pack enables you to select the seat you want for the games you want to attend in July and August, and it starts at just $48. Visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS today. Keppinger chops it to third as Rodriguez backs up on the ball, makes the throw a little high, but Chavez takes care of that. Keppinger's out of that. 2 up, 2 down. 2 quick outs, just 4 pitches, 2 outs in the 5th. Then Zobrist takes a little time getting to the plate after the 2 quick outs.
All different tricks. Take a pitch, take your time, try to give your pitcher a few extra minutes of breath. Base hit here would help.
And Zobrist pitches a strike. Cut and a miss. Breaking ball, curveball, 0-2.
We've seen Nova throw a few dandy curveballs tonight. Get those, some of the Rays hitters swinging at that pitch where it starts, and that ball, tremendous amount of late break.
One and 2. One, 2. This one low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luke Scott would be next if Zobrist could get aboard here in the inning. Full count. Skip down.
Yeah, well, Nova, that's what happens. A lot of times when you're throwing breaking ball after breaking ball, off speed after off speed, obviously wanting to stay away from the fastball if at all possible to Ben Zobrist, and it's been curveballs and sliders. Sometimes you lose that feel and touch.
And a walk. Zobrist walks for the 52nd time this year, and he catches his teammate Carlos Pena in the walk department. Luke Scott will get a chance to swing the bat in the 5th inning. Well, the extra work has paid off for Sean Rodriguez. Luke Scott's been working hard lately. Over to first. Zobrist back in. Fouls it down the left side, out of play. Ron Nova and James Shields looked up in the 2nd game of this series. David Price is pitching tomorrow afternoon against David Phelps. It's a 2:30 start time for our coverage. 3:10 first pitch. Cut to miss. 0-2. with a move to first on Zobrist, who's back in. The Rays have been aggressive in the early stages of this game on the bases. Forced the issue with a steal in the first. Same thing in the third. Johnson scored. Being aggressive from second. Cut to miss. Scott out on strikes. So the inning is over. We're through 5. It's 5-4 Tampa Bay. Well, they're winning any way you call this game. And our Toyota Trent inside the American League East. The Rays have done their share of winning. The Rays in the East 19-14 tops, followed by Baltimore and New York, then Boston and Toronto. It's been a different story for the Rays versus the Central. They're just 4-12 in the Central Division.
And make heads or tails of that with the teams that they've got to go through. I mean, obviously there's some familiarity, but 4-12 in the AL Central. Well, you're going to get a chance to rectify that over the next few days, starting on Thursday. But
well, here's Robinson Cano. Pitch hit on the ground and a base hit into center. First pitch fastball, and the Yankees for the second straight inning put the leadoff hitter aboard.
Yeah, and we've seen that from Robinson Cano. When he's looking for one pitch, and if he gets it out over the plate, he will be very, very aggressive. This ball stays right out over, not quite to the corner. Able to beat the shift with a hard hit ground ball.
Nick Swisher. Swisher 0 for 2, including a strikeout his last time. Cano back in at first. Rays have Johnson up the middle. He's not quite on the first base side of the bag at second. You see Elliott Johnson there now scooting a little bit to his left and just now moving to the first base side with his first pitch, and that's a strike.
And with this shift the way it is, you got to keep Sean Rodriguez in a little bit right here at second. You know, a lot of times you'll see him out in this area, maybe not quite that far, but out in here. But the idea of getting an opportunity maybe to turn a double play, you got to keep him a little bit close.
Move to first. Cano is back in.
Oh, that is directly tied to the false jump that Cano took on the previous pitch. Looked like he was trying to time James Shields up. False start towards second. Lead's not very big.
pitch is popped up. Third base side foul. Keppinger is there, and he makes the catch. That's the first out. Cano still at first. He's going to bring up Raul Ibanez. Well, we've discussed Keppinger's injury, the freakish injury when he broke his toe while in the dugout. Foul ball that went over there, and Ibanez got back with the Yankees yesterday with 8 stitches in his lower lip. He had 3 pieces of a tooth removed from that lower lip as a result of an accident in their dugout on Sunday. Pitch is a strike. You're trying to avoid a foul ball and hit the metal part of the bench at the front of the dugout. Yep. And that chipped a tooth, and shards of that tooth were embedded in his lip. They checked him for a concussion as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that's not all that pleasant. But in the lineup tonight with a double and a run score.
Boy, you got a breaking ball out over the plate. Really juiced that ball to center field right off the top of the wall. Actually hit the yellow stripe. Try to crowd him with something here.
Ball 2, 2-1. Cleveland now leading the Angels 7-6 in the bottom of the, or 7-5. They're in the bottom of the 6th in Cleveland. 7-5 the Indians over the Angels. Ball 3, and it's 3-1. Ibanez coming into the game just 2 for 17 off Shields, but both those hits home runs, and he barely missed a home run on the double he hit in the 4th. Ground ball first, fair past the diving Pena behind the bullpen mound. Cano is going to be waved around by Thompson. The throw to the plate. They got a chance to get him. He is out at the plate. Cano tried to get away from the tag, and Molina put it on him to prevent the run from scoring as Ibanez went all the way to third.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Listen, I know you want to be aggressive and push the envelope in this game, but the Rays take advantage of a mistake by the Yankees. No reason to try to score Cano there. This ball, as Carlos comes off the bag, it just gets by him. Called fair, but boy, a nice job here by Zobrist getting the ball in. He follows it, gets it, picks it up, gets rid of it quickly. A good relay. This ball in plenty of time. Not even really close. Like he may have gotten that left hand in there, but the ball beat him by such a wide margin. You know, you could have had an opportunity with 2nd and 3rd and just 1 out. Ran into an out there.
Rodriguez in the middle of that with the firm throw. And a ground ball to 3rd. Keppinger's got it. The throw to 1st, and that'll retire the side. Yankees lose a runner at the plate. Do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-4 Rays.
Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
The series opened last night with a one-run game. The Rays winning 4-3. One-run game tonight as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Rays holding a 5-4 advantage, and Jose Molina will lead off here, bottom three in the order against Nova. And the first pitch, Molina's out in front, swinging over it. Strike one. Molina singled in the fourth inning. Base hit to center, and then Sean Rodriguez hit the home run. 0-2 the count. One ball, two strikes. Experience a Rays game from the all-inclusive Hancock Bank Club, offering extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Hancock Bank Club features an upscale menu and inclusive drink options. For tickets and more information, call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Sean Rodriguez takes the first pitch, and it breaks in there for a strike. Nova actually threw him two fastballs in the fourth inning. Struck him out with a slider in the third. Went 2-1 with him and threw him a fastball, and he hit it into the seats and left. There's a strike on a breaking ball, and the count is 1-2. There's that home run. Sean has not seen anything straight in this at bat. The count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home run for Sean was his first since the 27th of May when he hit one off the Severs up at Fenway. Ground ball, fair ball by the bag and up the left field line. Rodriguez on his way to second, and he'll make it standing up. I think he hit a slider that time.
Well, the thing is, the slider's a good pitch to Sean Rodriguez if you can execute it. If you don't, he's going to make you pay. This one never gets to that outside corner, and he just is able to hammer it right down the line.
Sean, 2 out of 3 tonight. Elliott Johnson will be up here. Elliott entered the game hitting .333 from the left side. .263 overall, and he has a base hit. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And a line drive right to Cano, and they're going to double up Rodriguez with a toss to Jeter. So they get the line drive double play. We're through 6. The Rays lead 5-4.
Gone back and forth. Right now, the Rays lead it 5-4. Well, this July, right now, this month, coming up soon, don't miss the biggest event of the summer as baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game Tuesday, July the 10th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific on Fox.
On to the 7th inning we go. Shields through 6 innings has made 88 pitches, allowing 4 runs. The Yankees have 9 hits off him. He has 5 strikeouts. And here in the 7th, Russell Martin, the catcher, leads off. Pitch is high. Martin, then Wise and Jeter. Ground ball to third, scooped right there by Keppinger, and the throw to first in time. 1 away. The latest All-Star update, the National League. Chipper Jones going to replace Matt Kemp.
Maybe he can put that whole Chipper Jones, Bryce Harper talk to bed.
Yep.
Well deserved. Swan song.
It'll be a week from tonight.
It's going to be this July. Get ready.
I don't know the count to Dwayne Wise. One-0 pitch into right. And they're finally going to retire Wise. Zobrist makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. You know, we're talking about the Rays, what they've done inside the East and how they struggled inside the Central. And think about this, what the difference it makes. The Rays are tied for 3rd in the East. They're 4-12 versus the Central. The Yankees are 15-9 against the Central. The Orioles are 10-6. Boston 13-8. And Toronto 10-5. And the Rays 4-12 versus the Central. What a difference that makes in where the Rays are in the standings right now.
No question, but you know, we've said that before. This team at times, I shouldn't say at times, they have a tendency to play to their level of competition. You give them a big game, they come up big. They play well. All of a sudden you go play the Central, you go to Oakland or Seattle, teams that on paper you feel like you should handle. Not so much. Saw it happen last year as they tried to climb back into the race. Oakland and Seattle bit them.
1-0 the count to Derek Jeter. It's outside. 2-0. You know, the other way to look at that, the more the Rays see a team, maybe they're better prepared to play that team.
I think that
more
plays into
information,
it.
more analysis, and all of that.
Absolutely, but
that's a big edge for this. You know, the approach that this organization has.
There's no question, but
there's a strike at the knees, 2-1.
You've got to figure it out, because there are teams that have no business hanging with you that will just sweep you. I mean, it's not even like they take 2 out of 3. They just be done with it. And that just cannot happen.
Well, it's a glaring difference right now when you stack up all the other teams in the American League East and what they've done. It's Qualls, the right-hander, Rapata, the lefty. And then a bit to Jeter. 3-1. Yeah, you'd like to solve that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
3 balls, a strike, bases empty, 2 outs. Liner into right. That's a base hit. 1 hop to Zobrist. Jeter has his 2nd hit of the game. 10 hits surrendered by Shields. Curtis Granderson's going to be the hitter. The Rays also have action in their bullpen. Saw the Yankee pin a moment ago. 2 outs into the 7th. The Rays have Badenhop and Peralta busy up the right field line. Anderson started to go, and that pitch broke down and in. A curveball out of the zone. Joe West says he held up.
Well, that was close. I really thought that Granderson, he started aggressively. Comes down and in. Joe West, much better angle than we have.
Pitch is wide, 2-0. Joe's always had a better angle than we've had.
Even if it's not true.
Veteran umpire. Got here young. Stayed late.
Oh, that's too good.
Been fun. 2-0. High popper. Short left. Jennings makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit. A man left. Rays lead 5-4. Time for the Gulf Coast Honda dealers 7th inning stretch.
Cannon Field, some good news from Matt Joyce today. He talked about how originally the Rays were thinking about after the All-Star break, but here's the update.
Absolutely. I think that, that was the plan, kind of Ron's plan from the get-go. And once I started swinging, I told him that it feels great, and I want to come back as soon as possible. And if there's no issues, then there's no point in waiting, and you want to get back and help your team win. So hopefully that's the case.
So Matt smiling in the batting cage today. He was off to North Carolina as the game was starting, and he will play for Durham for 2 games and hopefully be back with the Rays as early as Friday in Cleveland, guys.
And I know he can't wait to get back. The Rays like that bat in the middle of the lineup. Something the Rays will take as soon as possible. 1 strike to count. Jennings tried to bunt his first time and fouled it. Bounces this one foul, and the count is 2 strikes. The Rays continue to miss Evan Longoria. Not sure about his situation, when he'll be back, but they'd love to see Joyce back. They'd like to see Scott get going. We've got some guys in this lineup. There's a ground ball, fair up the left field line. Jennings turns the corner at first and heads to second with the 2-base hit. Double to open the bottom half of the 7th.
Well, down in the count, Desmond Jennings. Able to sneak one by Alex Rodriguez, and that will immediately bring out manager Joe Girardi. This ball is too good of a pitch.
Well, there's a two-base hit, the 7th of the year for Jennings, and a pitching change coming. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Ivan Nova out of the game, 6 innings plus, 102 pitches. Clay Rapata's on to face Carlos Pena.
23 2/3 innings of work and 37 appearances. Tough on lefties. Comes from that side angle. Opponents are that 167 average. He's got a runner out at second base to deal with, and the bat of Carlos Pena.
Carlos 0 for 3 tonight, and a turn, nothing doing back there at second. So Rapata in for the left-handed bat. Pena swings missing, strike one. Carlos hit last night against Rapata. Rapata struck him out. Carlos homered in the 6th inning of that game off Garcia. And he's down in the count 0-2 this time against Rapata.
And that may be the most hittable breaking ball he's going to see from Rapata. That first one was nasty, really swept across the plate. That one not nearly as much, was elevated and out over the plate. Got to go to work here and battle.
Rays with a great chance to pick up an additional run. They lead by 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees have lost 8 straight to the Rays here at Tropicana Field. That's the longest road losing streak against any one team they've had since they lost 15 in a row to the Texas Rangers back in '89, '90, and '91. The 1-2, and Pena is out on strikes. So Rapata stayed right with the breaking stuff. He gets his man, and Girardi out of the dugout again with B.J. Upton due. Here's the strikeout pitch to Pena.
It just continues to track away from Carlos Pena, and he just runs out of bat.
So another call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all.
given by that man, Sean Rodriguez. Rays lead it by 1. The Mosaic Company and the Rays are working together to end hunger through home runs for food. With each Rays home run, Mosaic donates $500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. So far, $39,500 has been donated.
Chad Qualls, the new pitcher for New York. Qualls got into the game in the 8th inning last night. Faced 2 hitters, picked up a strikeout. He struck out B.J. Upton, who he'll be facing here in the 7th inning tonight, on a 3-2 sinker that was very, very good.
It was nasty. 92 miles an hour, and just dove underneath the bat of B.J. Upton. Late movement. We're going to probably do the same thing right here. Not broke, don't fix it.
So here's Upton with Jennings at second. And the pitch, a little looper into left. That ball's going to drop for a base hit. Jennings tried to read it the best he could. He held up and has to stop at third. He wasn't sure if that ball would carry to Wise and left or not. So Jennings stops at third on the base hit by Upton.
Well, do you think BJ was waiting for this pitch? Wasn't quite down enough, and he took that ball off the label, but strong enough to get it out there and drop it right in front of Wise. Watch him trying to go to that same spot. Not the same finish on that pitch, and it was just a little bit elevated.
Take a look at Jennings here, trying to get a read on it.
Yeah, you got to make sure.
Girardi out to talk it over. The Rays have Keppinger due up, and of course the Rays, anytime the Rays have runners at first and third, the opposing dugout goes on high alert.
Oh, absolutely. This is the potential bunt play that the Rays love so much. A little safety squeeze. Guy like Jeff Keppinger doesn't strike out a lot, can handle the bat. Yankees obviously concerned. Very tough to defend.
So here's Keppinger. 1 for 3 tonight with a couple of runs batted in. That came in the 3rd. And back in there.
A lot of times you'll throw that move over there first just to see if the hitter starts to flinch. Like maybe he's going to square around at some point.
And again, Qualls trying to smoke the Rays out and see if they have a plan. And no indication yet.
No tipping of the hand.
Now he makes the pitch, and it's inside a bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Girardi and Tony Pena talking it over. There goes Upton. The pitch is swung on and foul. That pitch coming in on Keppinger.
And Jeff Keppinger has pretty good command of the strike zone. So obviously, play put on by the Rays, a little hit and run action, trying to do something. And you got a lot of confidence doing that with a guy like Keppinger. We talked about the fact doesn't strike out a lot, puts the ball in play. You trust him, put the bat on the ball.
Rays lead 5-4, trying to pick up another run in the 7th. And a move to first, Upton back in. Now Keppinger out of the box again, looking at Tom Foley. Jennings at third, on base for the 3rd time tonight. And again a move over to first. Upton once again back in. BJ looped the single into left. Jennings had to stop at third. There goes Upton. The pitch inside. The throw down to second. Going to skip through. Jennings ready to come down the line, and he scores standing. And over to third goes Upton. And the Rays pick up run number 6. It's now a 2-run lead.
Now they had that play too, where if that throw was going to go through, Desmond Jennings was on his way to the plate. And that ball went all the way through into center field. Rays again being aggressive right there. The ball, you see it through, and off goes Desmond. The only thing you're worried about there is maybe the pitcher cutting it off. So you see it by the mound, you head to the plate.
A stolen base, an error. The Rays have another run. Keppinger chops it down to third against the drawn-in infield, and Rodriguez throws him out. Upton remaining at third.
Right fielder, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Well, the Rays with a run in the 7th. Upton getting credit for his 15th stolen base of the year. Moved to third on the error charge to the catcher Martin. And the Rays pick up the run in the process. Third error of the game charged to New York. Here's Ben Zobrist. The pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. And a strike call to Zobrist. One and one to count. Stayed inside. 2-1. Rays took the lead in the 4th inning on the home run by Sean Rodriguez. That made it 5-4. And the Rays have added a run in the 7th. It's now 6-4. Hot shot fouled into the seats. The count goes to 2-2.
Yikes.
Hearts beat fast. Everybody okay and a souvenir. Two now. And covered up. The pitch low. Full count. Zobrist reached on the error by Chavez in the 3rd. He walked in the 5th, grounded out in the 2nd inning, and a full count here in the 7th facing Chad Qualls. And a foul ball. And that forces another one. Zobrist without an official at bat against Qualls. B.J. Upton at 3rd. B.J. with a couple hits, a run scored, and a steal tonight. And a line drive base hit into right field. Here comes Upton in to score. The Rays tack on another run as Ben Zobrist singles into right. It's 7-4.
Now goes down and gets the breaking ball. Wanted that slider down and in. It stayed out over the plate. Ben just drops the head on it. Shoots it out to right field. Rays do plate that run. A bit of added room there. Now a 3-run lead.
Brings up Luke Scott. Scott, a high chopper out to second. Cano gloves and throws there in time to retire the side. But the Rays come up with 2 more runs. We're at the end of 7-4 Tampa Bay. 7-4 lead. Game swings into the 8th inning. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Rays Live, presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. 4th of July around baseball. The All-Star on the Hill and VA's breakdown per normal in the pregame. Rays Live. We'll be with you at 2:30. First pitch set for 3:10 tomorrow afternoon in the wrap-up game of the series and the wrap-up game of the homestand. Rays will be headed to Cleveland leading up to the All-Star break. Bert Badenhop, the new pitcher for the Rays, follows James Shields, who worked 7 innings.
Bert Badenhop coming in here for the 36th time, looking to protect the Rays' 3-run lead.
Alex Rodriguez, the first man up, and he throws him a strike. 100 pitches for Shields tonight. He gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, no walks. He struck out 5. Into right field. Ben Zobrist is right there and makes the catch. 1 away.
Yeah, big out there for the Rays. Get that leadoff man. And, you know, you look back at James Shields' outing. The big key, no walks. You know, you did give up 10 hits, 4 runs, but you went 7 innings. You didn't walk anybody and hurt yourself that way. It'd be very dangerous against this lineup.
Joe Madden comes out with Robinson Cano due up. So he got 1 out from Bert Badenhop. He's going to go to the bullpen again. Brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. The 1 out, retiring Alex Rodriguez, and now Joel Peralta's on to face the left-handed bat of Robinson Cano.
Look at the breakout right there. Joel Peralta against lefties at 197 average. Joe Madden very comfortable bringing him in to face any lefty, especially ones as dangerous as Robinson Cano.
Cano 1 of 6 lifetime against Peralta. First pitch fouled right back off Molina. Well, we were talking earlier about the beating that Molina has taken behind the plate this year. Here's another exhibit.
Right up by the collarbone. That padding, very thin. No thanks.
Cano singled in a run in the first, singled again in the sixth, and eventually was thrown out trying to score. Fouls it back. 0-2. Elliott Johnson on the first base side. At second base, Keppinger alone on the left side. A 2-strike count. Peralta pitched an inning last night. He got Cano on a ground ball up the middle to Johnson, just about where Johnson is positioned right now. Pitch away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We had 19 hits in this game. New York 10, the Rays 9. Rays lead 7-4. Cano hits a fly ball into left. Jennings will go back and catch it. Couple of steps from the track. 2 gone.
Well, that was very apparent, that entire at bat, that Joel Peralta here late in the game. Robinson Cano wanted to earn his way on base. He was going to have to hit the ball the other way. Stayed away the entire at bat and gets the line out to left field.
Now Nick Swisher. Well, for Swisher against Peralta, it's pretty much been feast or famine, as you can see. 2 for 14 with a home run and 6 strikeouts. Shift on for him. Pitch is too low. 1 ball, no strikes. Right side overloaded. Fly ball lifted back into center. Upton is there. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees against Badenhop and Peralta. Bottom of the 8th coming. 7-4 Tampa Bay. Enjoy your favorite dessert with Carlos. Sunday, July 15th, the Rays take on the Red Sox. It's part of Family Fun Day presented by the Tampa Bay Times, and the first 10,000 kids 14 and under receive a Carlos Pena ice cream bowl and spoon set presented by Carvel. And a good-looking spoon.
Autograph model.
Jose Molina fouling the first pitch back. That's a strike. Nova pitched 6+, Rapado 1, and Qualls 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a couple of hits. 6 runs charged to Nova, 3 earned, and a run charged to Qualls. DJ Mitchell in the bullpen. Pitch is fouled up the right side. That's out of play. No 2 count. Blowing away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. J.P. Howell, the lefty, and Fernando Rodney, the right-hander. Going to get another scoring change in the 7th inning, and I think they're going to give Jennings a steal of home on that play. They gave Upton a steal of second, and Jennings was ready to come down the line at third, so the error will still stand, allowing Upton to go to third base, but it's going to be ruled a steal of home. So Desmond picks up his 2nd steal of this game. Here's Jeter from shortstop, floats the throw across in time to get Molina. So 15 steals for Desmond Jennings. And the Rays had Upton at first and Jennings at third. Upton took off, stole second, and Jennings will get credit for a steal coming down the line, and the throwing error charged to Martin, and Upton wound up going to third. Foul ball by Sean Rodriguez. So technically, instead of that run scoring on an error, it's a steal of home. Rays pulling off a double steal. Count is 1-1. Strike 1 and 2. We should probably give credit where credit's due. We talked about that between innings, and Rick Odioso, our esteemed statistician, went downstairs and planted the seed, and it has grown already into a steal of home.
I thought you said you were going to say he went downstairs and planted the official scorekeeper.
Just the seed. So they have ruled a steal of home for Desmond Jennings. Full count. Well, Rick has a persuasive way about it.
Very subtle.
Carried the sledgehammer.
Just in case.
Yeah. 3-2 the count, and a base hit into center field for Sean Rodriguez. Sean picking up his 3rd hit in this game. The Rays have 10.
A short, quick stroke. Shoots this ball right back up the middle. Well, he's taking advantage. When Yankee pitchers in tonight's ball game have made mistakes out over the plate. He has not missed them. Hit him very hard.
Pitch out and nothing doing there. Rodriguez staying put at first. 1-0 the count to Elliott Johnson. Strike. 1-1 strike. Johnson singled and scored in the third, also picked up a steal. The Rays with 4 stolen bases in this game. The Yankees have committed 3 errors. Desmond Jennings on deck with 2 steals. There goes the runner. The pitch is low, and the throw is not going to be in time. Sean Rodriguez steals a base, his 4th of the year. The Rays have steal number 5 tonight.
Oh, you talk about planting seeds. That's what the Rays have been doing all night long. Chad Quall's taking a long time to get rid of that baseball, and Sean Rodriguez gets in easily. Russell Martin doing all that he can.
Strike to the knees. That's the count to 2-2.
Well, we've seen that from the bottom of the first inning. Desmond Jennings gets hit. First thing he does is steal second. We saw Elliott Johnson swipe a bag early after the Rays had fallen behind.
And a good take there down. The count is full. And Sean Rodriguez with a steal here in the 8th. Sean has a 2-run home run, a double, a single, and a stolen base, 3 for 4. A tap left side, loved by Rodriguez, and the throw to first in time. Over to third goes Rodriguez. Elliott Johnson out. Alex Rodriguez to Chavez, and Sean Rodriguez moves into third. Another wrap-up game of the homestand and the series tomorrow afternoon. Our Chevron pitching matchup. David Price on the mound for the Rays, looking to make it an even dozen. He is 11-4. David Phelps will pitch for New York, 1-3. Our coverage begins at 2:30, leading up to a 3:10 first pitch. Now Desmond Jennings. Desmond fouls it back. Strike 1. Desmond has been on 3 times. He was hit by a pitch in the first. He walked and scored in the third, doubled and scored in the 7th. Stole second in the first and got credit for a steal of home on a double steal in the 7th inning. One ball, one strike. With 7 runs tonight, they've been held to 4 runs or fewer in 8 consecutive games. Jennings fouls it up the right side. That's out of play. 1-2. Desmond's been on 3 times, Upton twice, Keppinger once when he drove in 2 runs. Zobrist on 3 times tonight. Molina once. Sean Rodriguez 3 times. Elliott Johnson has reached and scored and stolen a base. And the count remains 1-2 to Desmond Jennings. Pitch is low. 2-2. The Rays 7 runs, 10 hits. New York 4 runs, 10 hits. And a pop up. Cano, shallow centers there to make the catch. That retires the side. No runs, a hit, and the Rays leave a man. We go to the ninth. 7-4 Tampa Bay.
Question of the evening is as follows. The All-Star game a week from tonight. Do you think the All-Star game should decide home field advantage in the World Series? TB1, yes. TB2, no. Text your votes to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. We will have the results of our Ottaway text poll in our Rays Live, the post-game show presented by Checkers. We will also hear from Joe Madden as he gives us the clubhouse media conference. Also some interviews with Barry LeBrock. Orestes will join me in center field. Dwayne and B.A. break it all down. Rays lead it heading to the ninth. Back upstairs we go to Dwayne and B.A., guys.
Thank you very much, Todd. We'll look forward to the post game. And the Rays have the 7-4 lead, and on comes Fernando Rodney.
On for the 39th time, 23 out of 24 in saves, has nudged that ERA back below 1. Strikeout an inning, good opponent's average. I'll tell you what, Fernando Rodney has been nothing short of spectacular this year for the Rays. Looking to do it one more time.
Well, he's had such great command. It really does seem that he's had command of every pitch he's thrown this year, with the exception of maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, and we saw 2 of them yesterday.
Yeah. Well, this is Raul Ibanez to lead off the 9th inning. Then Chavez and Martin. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. Ibanez with a couple doubles tonight. And a run scored. 2 for 3, all of that off Shields. This one off Molina's mitt. 1-1.
You know, the thing about this situation too for Fernando Rodney, because he is basically stuck with the fastball changeup all season long with such good command, he doesn't need to change his approach, whether it's a 1-run lead or here you have a 3-run lead. He's going to go out and pitch like he normally does.
2 balls and a strike. Fastball.
You see some of these closers with the big fastball and the wipeout slider that maybe they don't have really good command of. And, you know, a 3-run lead, you're expecting, okay, I'm going to see more fastballs off this guy. Fernando Rodney, you're still going to be up there flipping a coin.
And there's a strike. Going around the knees. The count is 2-2.
And by the way, if you were looking fastball right there, who cares if you can put it in a spot like that?
Yep. Swing this? Well, a fastball for strike 2 and that tantalizing changeup for strike 3.
Tell me that was not in the same exact spot as the previous pitch fastball. Only this is minus 13 or 14 miles an hour in the same exact spot. Down and away right there. I mean, I'm telling you, there you go. I mean, okay. 96-84.
Derek Chavez. And the first pitch at 96 is a strike. Rodney picked up the save in last night's game. He got Ibanez, Chavez, and Wise. And a little roller out to second. Out at first, Rodriguez to Pena, 2 gone. Follow the Tampa Bay Rays all season long with a 7-day-a-week subscription to the Tampa Bay Times. Subscribe today and get one of the top 10 sports sections in the country. For an exclusive subscription offer, go to tampabay.com/Rays offer. Russell Martin up here, 2 outs with the bases empty. Martin twice is grounded out, popped out to first in between. And he breaks his bat, loops one foul up the right side, strike 1. That fastball just sawed the barrel into the bat right in half.
I mean, a clean break. That's a paddle now. Take that out on the lake tomorrow. Celebrate the 4th.
Let's slow it down. Take a look. The paddle boarding.
That is. I'm telling you right now. That one, do not send that off to the study. You keep that, take it home with you.
1 strike to count to Russell Martin. Wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Jays have beaten Kansas City 6-3. How about the White Sox, top of the 6th, leading Texas 16-0. 9 runs off Roy Oswalt. 1-1 to count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, or top of the 9th, as Fernando Rodney works to the bottom of the order and has Martin out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, see, I mean, the Fernando Rodney stuff sets up well for every situation, and the hitter's never comfortable.
Rodney trying to save this game for Shields. And he's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he'll give you that same arch the back, full max effort, and drop a changeup on you. May do it right here.
Fernando has saved 5 of the 7 wins for Shields. And the pitch is outside. Turned it up to 98 right there to go 3-2 on Martin. Retired Ibanez and Chavez. Bases empty, 2 outs, full count on Martin. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Struck him out on the change. 1, 2, 3. Fernando Rodney closes it out. It's a 7-4 final. Shields will get the win. He is 8-5. Nova the loser, 9-3. Fernando Rodney picks up his 24th save. In 2 hours and 56 minutes, the Rays have taken game 2 of this series from New York. The Rays came in here needing at least 2. They've gotten them. Winning last night 4-3, and tonight 7-4. Had to battle back both nights.
Yeah, absolutely. It says again, fall down by 3 runs, able to come back, tie at the bottom of the 3rd. Yankees come right back to take the lead, and they did it. Hey, you know what? You needed to, you got to, and now you give yourself a little bit of time in this